The question is, should you set goals for yourself? Some people say you should never set goals for yourself because you'll just be disappointed when you don't reach them. Kind of like you'll never feel like a failure if you never go for it in the first place. Me personally, I just think this is sad, and I wouldn't even listen to those people because there are a lot of people out there that are going to tell you not to go for your dreams because they're too afraid to go for theirs. It makes them feel better about themselves if you don't go for yours. People that set goals for themselves are usually more successful in life than the people that aren't. People that set goals for themselves are usually more successful in life than the people that aren't. And you're actually going to be much happier with yourself for achieving something in your life than the people that don't. So you're going to be much happier for going for your goal, and you won't be so disappointed later on in your life. So now that we are in agreement that we should set goals for ourselves, now we have to decide what goals should we set. Should we set smaller goals? That way we can easily achieve them. That way we get encouraged to go for big goals. Or should we go for big goals right off the bat that are so big that most people will think we're unrealistic for even thinking about setting this goal? Let's just think about this for a moment. Yes, small goals are easier to accomplish and it might get you some momentum to do something bigger, but are small goals really worth doing? Plus, if you keep on doing smaller goals, you might not ever do anything bigger with your life. So does that mean that you should set a big goal for yourself that most people just think you're unrealistic for setting? Well, let's just think about this for a second. If you set a big goal for yourself that you can't even achieve, what's the point in that? You're just going to fail and get discouraged and never set any more goals for yourself. So what do you do then? How are you supposed to set a goal? How about this? How about you set one big goal that you can break down into smaller, more manageable pieces that you can accomplish over time? That way you get the best of both worlds. So I'm told this is what rich people do. Rich people set one big goal that they work on their entire lives. That way they're not wasting their time trying to accomplish all these smaller goals that don't really add up to anything. Plus, you're capable of doing a lot more than you give yourself credit for. So set the bar a little higher than what you think you can accomplish. So if I set a goal of being in the same shape I was in high school, then all I have to do is break that goal down into smaller categories, like strength, cardio, and endurance. Then, once I complete those goals, I will have completed my overall goal. And I know getting in shape as you were in high school isn't some big dramatic goal, but it's just going to serve the purpose for this explanation. Now that was the easy way to explain it. The SMART method is the more complicated way. Now I'm not trying to make a joke here. The acronym for the best way to accomplish your goals does actually spell out SMART. S stands for Pacific. Now some say being specific in your goal is the most important step in the goal setting process. That's because if you're not specific enough in your goal, it's hard to measure. Now, if you have a goal of being the most in-shape man to ever live, that's going to be a hard one to measure because you don't know how in shape every guy is in the history of the world. But if you make a goal of being as in shape as you were in high school, then you have something to measure it by. M stands for measurable. M stands for measurable. Every realistic goal, you should be able to measure it out somehow. In this case, all you have to do is go back and remember how in shape you were when you were in high school. How fast you were and how far you can run. How strong you were and how many reps you can lift. Then you just figure out what you can do now. Then you figure out how many steps it's going to take for you to get there. Kid stuff, right? A stands for actionable. A stands for actionable. You have to know how each step is going to be achieved. Do you have a gym membership? If not, do you have money for a gym membership? If not, do you have an at-home gym? You have to know how you're going to complete each step of this goal. R stands for relevant. You don't want to set a goal just to set a goal. You want to make sure that all your goals help you accomplish the bigger goal that you have in the first place. So if you have a goal to be as in shape as you were in high school, don't make another goal to see how many donuts you can eat at one time. T stands for time frame. Now I know what you're thinking. Does it really matter how long it takes me to accomplish my goal? As long as I accomplish my goal, that's the important thing, right? Well, yeah, but if it takes you too long to accomplish your goal, like years, like you'll be dead before you even get this thing completed, it's time to rethink and restructure your goal. Plus, giving a time frame on your steps that you're going to have to complete gives you a little bit more incentive to work on it. SMART goals is really all you need to succeed in your goals. But some people use the acronym SMARTER goals. Now the E stands for enjoyable and the R stands for reward. This is the acronym I like to use. If you enjoy working on the goal that you set for yourself, you're going to be much more willing to work on that goal. There are some people that can complete anything that they put their mind to, but it is more enjoyable working for a goal that you actually like doing. If you have a reward waiting for you for whenever you finally reach your goal, you're most likely to finish it. People hardly do anything without an incentive. And the incentive of my goal of being in the same shape as I was when I was back in high school is being able to take my shirt off at the beach without being embarrassed of myself. Now the biggest reason I set this goal for myself is because I'm getting in my 30s now. I'm not quite in the same shape as I was back in high school, and I know that there's a lot of other people out there like this, so I thought it'd be a good video to let everyone know how they could pretty much try to go back in time and get that same body that they had back in high school, because there's a lot of people that kind of struggle in this area even though they don't really want to admit to it. So what's the goal for this channel? The goal for this channel is to give advice on having a more productive and healthier lifestyle. I'm going to try to be getting new videos every week. Thank you. Starting a YouTube channel is something I've wanted to do for a long time now, but I've never really had enough time to start one. So now that we're all on lockdown, I thought this would be as good a time as any. I do put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so they're going to be a little bit longer and more informative videos. So if that's something that you're interested, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. It'd really help out. So starting a YouTube channel is something that I wanted to do for a really long time now, but I've never really had time enough to start it and really put a lot of effort into it. But now that we're all in lockdown, it seems like I have plenty of time to be working on it. So I put a lot of effort into these videos to inform people about different aspects of their life that could be improved. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button.